Red fish, blue fish.
Jewfish.
Jewfish. Goy fish.
Welcome.
We're back.
We're back to Unnumbered.
A bonus episode.
Bonus app before Chrome Boys 100.
Yeah, which keep an eye out for.
Keep an eye out.
This is 99B.
This is 99C.
yeah.
But the Christmas special obviously does not count as a number episode.
Yeah.
Obviously.
No. Obviously.
And nor does Fishtank season 1 season 2 week 1 recap.
Yeah.
Staying
in tradition, we decided to bring Nicholas McQuik back on to talk tank.
Yeah,
right.
our ringer, our expert.
Resident fish expert.
Yeah. What level are you?
27 when I left the house.
Oh damn.
Where are you at?
I'm 46.
Holy smokes!
How do you get levels?
Watching.
From watching and doing missions and stuff.
Well, looking by your goons. wait, pause. Doing missions?
Yeah.
What missions are there?
I mean, sometimes it's saying something in chat or
Talking in all caps.
Or watching the blank attic feed for an hour straight.
Yeah, there was also clicking on the logo 100 times was one of those.
I feel like I did that, and I did not get the bonus.
I definitely got it because it did the thing.
Okay, because I went like ding, 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 ding. Maybe I just didn't get to 100.
Maybe.
But yeah, I just kind of have it on at all times. Like
Yeah.
I go to work, and it's on my phone.
Well, when I came
home.
over, you had probably the funniest setup a guy could have for tank watching, which was it's on the TV, and then your other monitor was a chess game.
Yeah.
Which was unbelievable. That's like peak tented fingers scheming.
Yeah.
Watching Fish Tank and then being like bishop to rook 5.
That's what I do at work, too.
You
Because
chess
chess is really easy to play at work.
Huh.
So I just go on my phone, have Fish Tank going on one, and switch over to chess, make my move, back to Fish Tank.
Are you playing somebody or a computer?
No, I'm playing somebody.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I do the daily games where you have 24 hours to move, but I keep like 20 of them going at a time. So I'll kind of like always have a move, but
How long have you been a chess guy?
I used to play it hardcore.
Really?
Yeah. Like years ago.
Oh.
I would just, when I had like 5-ish years of being a total neat,
Yeah.
chess was a big part of that.
It's a regular Bobby Fish Tank over here.
Well, I'm not like good at it.
You're like, I lose 20 games consecutively.
Yeah. But I used to play like every day, like 8 hours a day.
That's interesting lore.
And I just got back into it
Chess.
while watching. It's a great Fish Tank game.
That feels like a recipe for cranial expansion.
What piece tastes best?
What, for chess?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say probably the bishop is going to go down smoothest.
Yeah.
I like the horse. What do they call the horse?
Knights.
Knight.
I like the prawn.
The knight.
Yeah, the prods will go down pretty easy too.
The knight would catch a lot of flavor if you dipped it in like a sauce.
Yeah.
Arby's horsey sauce.
Is it called horsey sauce?
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
That's awful.
And it gives you diarrhea
is.
if you eat too much of
They
it.
call it horsey sauce?
It's the real thing.
That's fucking crazy.
With horseradish.
Call it that.
No, Arby's is bad.
Horsey.
Everything is bad.
Horsey sauce. If someone offered me horsey sauce.
So what was this you gave me again?
Limoncello.
Limoncello. Like
Yeah.
what percentage am I looking at here?
30%.
30%. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very lemony.
I see.
Nice.
Interesting.
You can get bombed while watching tank.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing, playing chess, watching tank, getting bombed. It's Kwanzaa, baby.
It's a Kwanzaa, motherfucker.
I started inputting like behaviors of the fish in ChatGPT and asking it to write me psychological profiles. But
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure that's what they did in their contestant page. That's
Yeah.
definitely GPT
it
produced
seems
writing.
very
Like 100% it is.
yeah. But I have not completed that yet.
Your psychographical profiles.
No, instead I have one-word summations of every contestant.
Okay, well, yeah, let's, I assume most people who may be listening to this are more or less familiar with the show.
Mm-hmm.
But basically they lock 10, this season 10, last season 8, mentally ill Zoomers, but I repeat myself, in a house together. But yeah, let's like go through the fish here.
Yeah.
We can
'Cause
introduce all of them.
I am the least.
green.
I'm the most green in terms of tank knowledge here.
But I think the nice thing about the week 1 recap, we still got multiple weeks to go.
Yeah.
So it's not too late to get into it.
Yeah.
So we can give everybody kind of overview so they can seamlessly
Start
shift right in.
Get into tanking.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've already had 3 of the 5 girls have already just like quit without being eliminated.
Girl power.
Yeah. Well, what's wild too is like we'll get to it, but it was sort of revealed that 9 out of these 10 people knew what the show was coming.
Yeah,
in.
they were infiltrators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
It had a frankly extremely gay moment where they're all like, "You know MDE too?
Oh,
Like,
boy.
I thought I was the only one."
Oh my god, that is extremely gay.
Well, and they were all told, like, one of you is an infiltrator who saw the first season, and if you find them, they're eliminated. So they all thought they had
Oh.
from each
9
other.
of 10 of them did.
Yes.
That's
JC, the Taiwanese K-pop girl, was unfamiliar with the show. She has since quit.
Yeah.
But
That's very funny.
After a brutal confrontation.
yeah, with Jimmy.
Yeah.
With the
that's-
she got stuck in the gym zone for a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit too long.
yeah.
She's on the wrong end of that gym tent.
Ooh. Those gym fees hit her hard.
Yeah.
You spent too long in the gym zone.
But
Okay.
all right, let's go through the eliminated ones first.
Oh, you can endorse people too. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, currently I believe we are both Shinji gods.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I think Shinji is clearly just like the best dude in the
He's
house.
a great. He won't talk trash about people. He won't participate in pranks. He's like a nice guy.
It's very Japanese of him.
Yeah,
But-
he smokes so Japanese.
Oh yeah.
he smokes like sort of like,
Yeah, he's just extra Japanese.
but he's
Nice.
like a VR porn
VR
actor.
porn actor.
How does that-
and male escort.
Nice.
And then he moved from Japan to California to become a full-time student.
Huh.
Yeah.
How do you act in VR porn? What do you mean?
I mean,
Oh
I
wait.
don't know.
you
What
could bring up his Twitter. He's got a video of him
Well,
doing it.
there's a video of him like fucking like a homemade vacuum cleaner thing while like the computer image is him fucking like a VR chat looking character.
Also, you can tell he's Japanese because his penis is pixelated.
Yeah. They
but
don't
it's
like that.
6.3 for the record. His
Which
big-
is
his-
not the largest. I've done a lot of investigative work here.
specifically on Asian people.
No, it's not the biggest in the tank.
Oh well, yeah, I guess. Well, Jimmy purportedly.
Reportedly,
He's
I've been
rocking
unable to back it up.
Have you?
I've been unable to back it up.
Oh, you've been unable to.
Unable to.
Okay,
What's-
we-
yeah.
Sorry,
unverified.
what's Jimmy claiming?
He's saying 8+, I believe.
This is the
Yeah.
Reddit guy.
Yeah,
That's
He
not
Red-
true.
says
Jimmy the
8
Redditor.
inches.
That's a lie.
8 inches, and he's had over 30 bodies.
That's
he
a lie
says.
because having sex takes away from your like personal annoyance score.
Mm.
Like you're just
having voluntary sex does.
yeah. having consensual sex makes you like just kind of there's like a weirdness to like a guy who's never fucked,
Yeah,
you know. And I just refuse
Do
to believe
you
that.
think Jimmy has that weirdness?
Yes,
I think
from what I've seen of him, I'm like this is a weird.
But according to him, because of his deep voice, all the chicks think he's nasty and dominant.
he's
That's also a guy who's never fucked would say.
He's also confirmed former homeless and repeated suicide attempts. So
Okay, see
And-
that
and
that
there's
I
some
believe.
weird thing where like he lives with like a guy called Hoarder Man, who works for Hoarder Man.
I think he
or-
works for Hoarder Man at a lumber mill.
Okay, he keeps mentioning Hoarder Man, who's some guy who has a house full of stuff.
Does Jimmy live in the Josh piss tank house?
Yeah, probably.
Can we can we sidetrack?
Yeah.
The video I sent you from Josh's house was one of the most appalling things I've ever seen. The
Yeah,
poop
that he also shits in his closet.
So have you seen the piss closet guy we've been talking all heavy about him at our live show.
Yeah.
He's just this dude who lives in like a literal like crack den when he pisses in a closet.
Guys, you should check out the live show, Mind War, January 3rd.
January
at the Moon.
3rd.
Get your tickets.
January 3rd.
This man.
And an episode from 4 months ago will be coming out soon. So keep an eye out for that.
So if you want to stay up to date in real time. Come to it in person.
Yeah.
4 months is generous. Fishtank is going on. There's
Yeah.
no additional editing being done.
Yeah.
Well,
There's chess to be played.
Yeah,
and tanks to
probably
be watched.
not. But 31 days from now, plus 2 to 5 weeks,
Yeah.
you can expect episode 5. to
First
come out.
or second quarter of 2024.
Yeah, you can expect the fully edited episode 5 of Mind War to be released.
But
So something to look forward to.
anyway,
his closet.
so he lives with his like grandma, and he pees in the closet, and he has a poop chair that he shits his pants in, and it's disgusting. He's just a gross guy. And he cleaned out recently the piss closet because it was full of garbage, and there was also a treadmill in there.
Ew.
He was pissing on it, and that's what it makes me want to do as well. And then he cleaned it out, and he uploaded a video where he was like, "Some of you are asking if the piss closet is also a shit closet." And then he squats down and he poops on the floor, and then he goes, "Yep."
Wow, Twitch really fucked up with your guidelines. Just
Yeah,
It-
he rules.
I was going down the rabbit because there's also Uncle Ron,
Right, yeah.
who's like,
Who tried to be on Fishtank.
"Oh, really?"
They were trying to get Devin, who's kind of like the Down syndrome pimp of all these
Yeah.
guys. They're trying to get him on.
Hello,
But
everybody.
he's Canadian. Shout out.
Represent.
But he doesn't have a passport. But they're trying to get Uncle Ron on. And Uncle Ron had this video where he was like, "My phone, I'm poor, so my phone sucks, so I can't do a good video for Fishtank. I mean, look how bad my phone is." Gets up, whips his dick out.
Yeah.
He's like, "Look how pixelated it is."
Yeah, Uncle Ron. He seems like a real credible threat to bring on the tank. I'm not gonna lie.
He would be a good freeloader. I mean,
he
I
seems
think
like a rapist.
myself and the rest of the community are hoping for King Cobra to show up
That would be.
because he would be the greatest freeloader you could get.
Yeah.
the chance of botulism will go through the roof.
But also just the way
Introducing that
he would
Bogland.
deal with TTS.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Cobra, that mead is going to give everyone botulism." He'd be like, "My fucking haters are so stupid." Like,
And there's how many ladies left?
2.
2 ladies. That's,
Well, 2.5.
Well, it depends if you count TJ as a lady.
And now
Coach does.
Brian's ex-girlfriend is there.
That's
But
oh
she's
boy.
a freeloader, I guess. It's
She's a
fucking weird.
freeloader, but also there's a whole deep-rooted conspiracy about that.
What is it?
Well, because oh man, I really should have done more research on this. It was right before all of the fish were summoned into one room. Brian was caught talking to another fish, whispering about how Jet slipped into his ex's DMs, and Jet's trying to hook up with women who are fish tank fans.
Okay.
And then
Respect.
they believe
Game.
that then Brian was put in Brian and Trisha went in the closet and fooled around. So then Jet, they believe, had a personal vendetta against him, and as a power move, brought his ex-girlfriend in after he cheated on his ex-girlfriend on the show.
Well, I think it was definitely to fuck him up.
Oh yeah, it was to try and get him to quit, but
But-
that was fucked. But then Meg was quitting that day, and they were trying so hard to talk her out of quitting,
Right.
so hard. And I mean, she had already won 2 challenges.
Yeah, Chris Lynch, the big god,
Yeah,
talked
big
to her
god.
about Roblox for like 2 fucking hours trying to get her to stay.
Yeah,
Shout out Chris Lynch.
even Vance got on that too. He was trying to talk her
But
into staying.
let's back up and introduce all the fish.
Yeah, hold
and
on,
then we
sorry.
can get into the wild shit that's happened thus far. You're not too late to get in on it.
Not
Just
too
grab
late.
that season's pass. You don't even actually need it. You can watch for free.
And it's not too late to get in on Chris Lynch either.
Yeah, amazing bartender.
Okay, so the ones who have dipped, our first elimination was Summer.
Yeah,
Okay.
who my one-word summarization is unstable.
Fair.
Seems fair.
Yeah, I mean, I described her when she first came in as a Hamtaro style bitch. It was,
I believe she has set the record for bodily fluids.
That
yeah.
That's crazy.
But that's what when she first came in, she's sort of like, super awkward,
Yeah.
shy, but she loves anime and
Right.
Hello Kitty and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she's got anxiety and shit. And within, I think it was like day 3. She got the boot. Day 4, maybe.
I think it was day 4. Day 3, they had the fashion show and she vomited. And then they had the karate thing on day 4 and she vomited.
That was one of the wild. Okay, she like comes in. They're doing karate.
Yeah.
And Judge Goldstriker brings her up to one of the rooms which he also does like a flying elbow drop and shatters the bed.
Yeah.
But he tells her to go get a lighter for him.
Okay.
So she's scrambling around trying to do it, and her anxiety is peaking, and she just like fully pukes on the bar. Like she's looking around, just like. But yeah, by day like 3 or 4, her, I assume bipolar or BP. It seemed very bipolar to me.
Her Boston pizza.
But she was like going manic, like screaming at people,
I saw that.
like
Crying. There was a
a
lot,
lot of
crying.
constant crying.
I saw.
Nonstop.
Was it Cole who yelled back at her?
That was Brian.
Brian was yelling.
Brian the loser.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, she was like yelling at everybody, and like I think the one that broke her, she was sort of like getting antagonistic with the chat.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, I can wait here all day. This is how you win this game." And then chat was like, "I will just wait until your manic episode turns depressive." She was like, "I can wait." And then literally an hour later, she was done. Like, but yeah, she was freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, I saw a lot of clips this summer.
She was slipping out of it.
Yeah, like the first 4 days, I'd say she was like the main character.
I don't know. There was a lot of Cole on the first 4 days. Like,
Well, there was the Detective Cole stuff. I feel like it
Detective
kind
Cole.
of peaked after she left, though, because JC was still there.
yes.
That period when Summer had gone, but JC was still there,
Yeah.
which we'll get to.
When the Cole
was-
Gaslight Chronicles.
Yeah, the Detective Cole and his assistant JC arc was maybe the
Hilarious.
wildest thing across either season so
That
far.
was.
Okay, I'm excited to hear about that then.
Okay, so yeah, Summer didn't have what it takes.
Yeah.
Because I think it's tough to tell what exactly you need to win Fishtank, because
Yeah.
it's somewhat arbitrary how people leave.
Yes.
But the one thing you definitely need is like the mental fortitude to not quit,
Yeah.
which not everybody has.
Yes.
Yeah. it's
I don't
like
think I
Navy
have.
SEAls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need like an inner David Goggins.
Well, that's why I think Shinji has such a good chance. I think he's the only fish who has yet to cry.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
it's 'cause
Jimmy
it-
cries in his sleep.
Jimmy does cry in his sleep. I've seen that. That is
I don't know if he
very
has
strange.
cried while awake yet, but he has sobbed in his sleep.
No. When he's doll hunting, he has to cry.
Yeah.
So he does fake cry too
But
to attract
I
dolls.
think every
Nice.
fish other than Shinji has cried already one weekend.
Has TJ?
Maybe not TJ, but TJ is not going to win it.
No,
Let's
like
not
somebody
kid
stole
ourselves.
half of his clothing and he was just dancing. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
Is there-
I don't know what's wrong
Tarzan.
with
Is
Like-
there anybody that the tank heads are as behind as they were with Josie?
Shinji.
Is it Shinji?
Shinji
I don't
and
know
maybe
if-
Cole.
Well, in terms of endorsements, because they have like an endorsement system this
Yeah.
year, Shinji's number 1, Cole's number 2.
Okay.
And then there's a drop off of like almost 2,000.
Oh,
I
wow.
think Jimmy is 3rd.
Damn. Okay. Okay.
But so yeah, I think Cole is like extremely entertaining.
Okay.
But let's go through the others. Like
Right.
Megan left. She was this year's Morrow. She did almost nothing. She's done.
Meg won the poker
you were a
challenge.
You were a Morrow head when.
He's a big sleeper. I'm always on there late night, and he'd be holding it down, snoozing.
Megan won the poker challenge and the karate challenge.
And the rice challenge.
And she was winning
she
everything.
was winning, but she didn't have.
But she just couldn't deal with people smoking around her, and then she got
Yeah.
sick.
Well, and
and
there was a whole thing about how like she wasn't taking her SSRIs and
Yeah.
antipsychotics,
and somebody hacked her Roblox account, so she just quit.
which probably didn't even happen. But
How did she hear about that?
Jet came up and was like, "Your emergency contact reached out and wanted you to know that somebody has hacked your
I
Roblox
doubt
account."
that happened.
And then she just
But-
quit.
Yeah.
And they lined up all the fish, and they had to go from tallest to shortest against a wall.
Yeah.
And they're like, none of you can talk to her. And she just left. And it's like, quitters don't get to say goodbye.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, she was doing good on challenges,
Yeah.
but she just didn't
She
have
was not
the,
entertaining.
The mental.
the steel case brain
Yeah.
it takes
Yeah.
to get through.
She stood up to Jimmy a couple times when he was having his rage, though.
She was cool,
Yeah.
but she quit on her own, so
Yeah.
it just wasn't gonna happen.
My one word
you know?
summation was fat.
She
That's
fat?
true.
She just sort of laid around a lot.
Was she
Yeah.
like a Meg Griffin style bitch?
Yes.
Yes.
Very much so.
Was the chat going in on that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, they were.
Nice to know I'm still in touch with the youth.
But yeah, she's out of it now. I would say now we're done with people who are going to voluntarily quit.
I
They
hope
shook
so.
it. It's shaken down now.
Yeah, Cole was talking about it because he was getting fucked with a lot. But
Still
I
is.
used to be really good friends with a dude who Cole like extremely reminds me of.
Yeah.
And I think if you can get him, which I think Cole is now, motivated by spite, he will stay in until he gets dragged out. And I think they managed to convince him to stay in due to spite.
Well, even when he did the crocodile squat challenge with Brian and Brian cheated, he thought that he cheated and was like, oh, well, I guess I lost. And it's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
He's just such a good sport. It's like that's going to get used against him.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, like, because he was thinking about quitting because he has like a bunch of money from crypto and stuff.
Oh.
But then I think it was Jet sent it in the Gold Striker voice. It's kind of like, it's not about the money, it's about sending a message, Mog, on these broke bitches. I think he decided to stay in there out of spite.
And then we have our third person who quit.
JC,
who I've written down as CCP spy.
Was she Chinese?
Taiwanese.
Debatable.
Same thing.
Debatable.
Yeah,
I'm
Jimmy,
sorry, what did you just say?
Jimmy had this whole thing. They always say they're from Taiwan, but they'll never talk bad about the CCP. Like,
Yeah, he accused her of being a CCP
She was-
spy.
That's crazy.
she's like an 18-year-old K-pop dancer who was totally unfamiliar. Was the only one who didn't know about the show coming in.
Nice.
And was the spy, the Gold Striker spy.
And
Okay.
I saw somebody point out that for a brief moment the show became, can one normal girl survive at a house with 9 unbearable retards?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Answer, no. But there was a period where, because Cole was getting all these missions to like be a detective and solve mysteries and stuff, and she was sort of like his assistant.
Okay.
But she had been cast as the enemy spy, so she was getting told to like steal everybody's chips, which are sort of a in-game currency that you need.
Right.
At the end of the month, you've got to pay your rent.
Right.
And like the lowest number gets eliminated. So.
Okay, yeah.
But so JC like steals all of Cole's chips, but he is in love with her. Like still to this day,
still.
every now and again he'll mention how he's flying to Taiwan after the show's over.
It's like it is. First of all, Gold Striker told her steal Summer and Meg's chips, so she just walked up to them and asked if she could hold their chips, and they just gave them to her. She didn't even steal them.
Oh.
And then Cole was like, "I'm afraid somebody's going to steal my chips," and she's like, "Oh, hide them under your bed," and then he hid them under the bed, and then she stole them.
And like it came up, like the other fish all realized that she was doing this.
Right.
And they got like really pissed at her, which was a little because like she's just playing the game, right?
Well, they pulled Cole downstairs and gathered around. We're like, "We've figured it out. JC's the spy," and he goes, "Okay," and he goes upstairs, and JC's in the room. JC leaves the room, and he looks under her bed to see if the chips are there, and then she walks in. And he goes, "They're being mean. They're saying you're the spy, and I know you're not because we're in love."
Yeah.
And then everybody came up and confronted her, and she admitted it.
And there was, I think, my favorite line in there, because he was all like kind of gassed up about being like Detective Cole.
Yeah.
He was like, "I'm the best one at reading body language in the house." I can tell that she didn't do it.
Body language, by the way, that is all pseudoscience, eh?
Apparently.
Yeah.
I mean,
Especially when they're as autistic as these people.
Yeah.
Oh, he's avoiding eye contact. Yeah, they all are.
Yeah, having autism is like one of those like voice modulators for phone calls.
yeah.
It's like you really are disrupting the signal in terms of reading body language.
Yeah.
We're talking about something you like, and you start punching yourself in the head. What the fuck does your body language tell me there?
So nobody's been eliminated. Brian has lost 2 elimination challenges, but because people keep quitting, he's still on the show, and
But
everyone
yeah,
hates
I think
him.
if we're going like low to high, I believe Brian is the lowest in terms of endorsements right now.
Damn.
Which, like,
yeah.
loser Brian, no mistake there. Makes perfect sense. But, like, Brian was sort of, like, hooking up with Trish, whose stocks have gone up a lot the last 2 days.
I saw that Brian wanted to have sex with Trish. I did see that.
Yeah, because Trish is sort of a hot, Latina-coded Filipina chick from Southern California.
Who's covered in tattoos, like somebody put the silly putty on the newspaper and just rolled it around her.
Okay.
Yeah.
My type.
Yeah, she was like, "Hey, give me the daddy issues special."
Perfect.
But she, like, for the first
she's a problem? Perfect.
couple days, like, wasn't really saying too much, and like the only real arc was like Brian hitting on her.
Right.
And then I think she was offered money to seduce Brian.
Yeah, she got money for a kiss with Brian.
Yeah, I remember that.
They're kind of like hooking up to some extent. Oh, she's also been given money to let Airsoft Fatty grind on her. to seduce Cole.
Yeah. After JC got eliminated or left, they offered her money to seduce Cole, so she made out with Cole and then left the room. And he looked at the camera and was like, "I still love JC."
Dog.
Even though she stole his money and lied to him.
Respect. Maybe those guys who buy their wives in the Philippines. Maybe there's a magic to that.
Yeah.
Maybe this is an experiment that shows that every time you see some boomer with a Filipina 20 years his junior, there's actually a magic to that.
Yeah. But she but then like to jump ahead a bit, like yesterday on Christmas, they brought in Brian's like ex but kind of still current girlfriend, and it went wild. Like,
they broke up in September and just got back together. They watched Fishtank season 1 together, and she's been watching this season. So she saw Brian and Trish go and sleep in the closet for about 10 minutes, and then TTS told Cole that there's clues hidden in the closet. So he came up and opened it up and was like, "Durr!" Like, just
Clues in the closet.
and just cock-blocked them. So then they tell, for Christmas, they hog tie them in one room and put the presents out. And then you have to escape the hog ties, get out and go get the presents. And they're telling Cole, "We got you an Asian bride." And Cole gets in there and sees Brian's ex, CK, and is like, "She's not Asian." It was one of the all-time greatest Cole moments when he's like, "Wait a minute.
This bitch ain't Chinese."
Yeah, Cole is he had my endorsement for a while because I liked him a lot.
He seems like the definition of "I will not apologize for being Chinese."
Yeah. But okay, let's go. We got a couple more. Let's see. We got Brian is the lowest.
Okay, Brian, my one-word summation is angry.
Angry. Yeah. Mine would be just loser.
I mean,
loser.
Brian. Screaming at people. Oh, when they were doing the squat challenge and he started quoting Berserk.
Yeah, he loves quoting Berserk.
Yeah.
That's
He's like,
that's crazy.
The fortitude to crush them like bugs.
Oh,
underneath.
okay.
Like,
this season seems like an experiment in what flies socially and what does not.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff where it's like you're sitting by yourself on your computer. It's like, yeah, Berserk is sick.
Yeah.
But you're like out with people and being like, yeah, I'm kind of looking myself as sort of a guts.
That's crazy.
Style
Yeah,
guy.
that's
and it
psychotic.
sounds a lot different when you say it out loud.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. It is really funny to bait a guy into a closet because he's stoked on being a detective and you tell him there's clues in there. That's one of the funniest things.
Well, and TTS, after JC left, Cole was alone in room 2, which is the room that fucks with your head.
Why?
I don't know. It just does.
Okay.
Everyone who gets locked alone in room 2 doesn't go great for them.
Okay.
But TTS was telling him that there were clues in the wall. So he fucking kicks a hole in the wall.
Don't worry, they boarded it up, but that was quickly ripped off of the wall again.
Right, because Jimmy had to find dolls. Jimmy has to hunt for dolls. He has to find 11 dolls. So far, he's found 0.
Mm-hmm. They're mechanical and demonically possessed, I believe.
Do they actually have dolls for him to find in the house?
I'm guessing not. But every now and again, usually late at night, there'll be a TTS. It's like, Jimmy, doll activity, room 1.
Oh, and he has to attract them by making baby noises. So he's running around going
Yeah, they told him that they're in the fireplace. So he was fully standing in the fireplace, and they're like, "Jimmy, they recognized your face. You need to put ash on your face." So he
did blackface.
Nice. That's just good old doll hunting. They're not racist about that at all.
But okay, next up we got TJ, aka Tarzan.
Yeah.
Who for the first week was just shirtless.
Okay.
And
Jungle Boy.
Well, Jungle Boy. It's that's what I've written down. But it's because JC, one of her missions was to steal all of his shirts, and it didn't seem to bother him at all. He just danced.
Oh.
Yeah, but he has a thing whenever they have that Dominican hip hop beat come on, he has to dance around to it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And
he seems like he's a very Dominican coded guy.
I don't think
shirtless.
anyone's asked him to do that. I don't even know if that's a mission. It's just what he does.
His name is TJ. He's shirtless. That's a Dominican to me, man.
But they would play it during karate training, and he can't dance, so he'd just be moving his head back and forth.
Oh, Indian conversation style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then there's Trisha, who I guess actually has fewer endorsements than TJ.
Yeah, thirst trap.
They went up by a bunch though. They were lower than Brian's, but over yesterday when Brian's ex showed up and they were like screaming at each other.
Oh my god! And she threw shit on everything.
Yeah, and I will say I was impressed because I don't think she's not going to quit on her own.
No,
Trisha?
Yeah,
No.
she's been through a lot already.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like she was sort of quiet at first, but I feel like as a attractive Latina coded Filipina chick,
Yeah.
like she could totally mog on all these autistic dudes if she wanted to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
well, she's already made out with half of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, that seems...
but I feel like she could just emotionally crush
abuse
these
these
guys
people. Yeah.
if she
yeah.
wanted to.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, she's holding it down. Then we got Taylor,
Haley.
the farmer's wife.
yeah.
Farmer's wife.
Taylor, I've written down unremarkable. She mainly just laid around for the first 4 days.
Yeah, I think she might have been sick,
Yeah, she just laid there.
but she also I don't think she's gonna quit on her own,
No, she's
which is not nothing.
Is she
Yeah.
actually a farmer's wife?
I'd say that's like the archetype
Oh, okay.
that I would describe her as. I don't
okay.
think she's currently a farmer's wife,
Y'all come back now, you hear?
but that's what I think. Eventually, she'll
Right.
make a farmer a lovely wife.
Right,
I
okay.
would
Well,
say-
with a name like Taylor.
Yeah,
her biggest arc so far is that she's been upset that somebody put all of her underwear in the freezer.
Oh.
yeah. That
Well,
is one
that's-
thing. She got upset that some guy rummaged through her underwear. And it's like,
Well,
what do you think?
they're putting it in the freezer. That means that shit be stankin', so...
Oh,
Yeah.
but catch, this is a little sidetrack. But when Cole and Trish, because they paid Trish to make out with Cole,
Right.
Yeah.
but there's a little like crawl space that connects two of the rooms.
Okay.
And when Cole was making out with Trish, they found Jimmy in there. The cum stain on his, with what people think may be a cum
When
stain
he
on his
crawled
pants.
out of there, his pants were down, and he's like, "Oh, I was just crawling out so fast, it got pulled down." Because he had a conversation with Santa Claus about like not jerking off in the crawl space.
That's suspect, Jimmy. That's very suspect.
But anyway, yeah, that's Trisha, the Latina Filipina.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Taylor.
Taylor, the farmer's
The
wife.
farmer's wife. Then we got Jimmy, Jimmy the Redditor.
Oh, boy.
Jimmy, aggressive.
He's 27
Yeah,
at the
Yeah.
youthful age of 27.
he's incredibly aggressive and has a very unfortunate bald spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's got the kind of long, greasy gamer hair.
Yeah.
But with especially at this angle, a bald spot that's very noticeable.
That is my
He's-
least favorite haircut, by the way. The one that he has.
Yeah,
One of the
Yeah.
worst haircuts, besides when people... my other one that I hate the most is when you shave everything but the top, and then people push it over to one side.
Oh yeah, the alt-right.
Yes,
Although,
kind of.
I will say that producer Ben has kind of similar hair to Jimmy.
Yes.
But he looks cool as hell.
Ben
in
looks
his,
cool, yeah.
in his
Okay.
70s clothes.
Well, that's because
Also with the long hair and bald spot.
Yeah.
He makes it work.
Yeah. Ben is cool.
And he's got like a 70s kind of... He looks cool.
This is once
I
again
would
a
say.
moment in the show where we'd like to thank our sponsor, Chris Lynch.
Chris Lynch.
Chris, big God.
The bar god.
Yeah.
Chris Lynch, otherwise known as Big God.
Yeah, and they have their producers well set up this year because Chris comes in every now and again to be the bartender.
Right.
And he's just like nice to everyone
Yeah.
and he's chill with Chris Lynch.
Sometimes
Ben
he drinks a
will-
little bit too much and
Yeah,
then
he
doesn't
gets
drive home.
Shit-faced and drives home.
Nice.
I thought they were going to convince them all that he died, which I think they might at some point. Yeah, Chris Lynch is in hospital, like, drunk driving.
So that was Metal Gear Solid what he did.
Well, they like, because I think like Ben or someone there's like, Chris is too drunk, you guys got to take him up to bed. So they all like drag him up to bed. And I think it was Trish and Megan. They were falling like, "Oh my God, Chris is sleeping over!" Like, Chris.
They were telling him like, "This is your house. Don't worry, you're safe." And then they all left, and he gets on the radio. He's like, "Let me know when it's clear." And then like they were all in the kitchen. He ran downstairs and disappeared in the basement. And then they were like, "Where did he go? Where did he go?" Like,
That's awesome.
he wasn't drunk at all, but he's like, "I'm gonna drive home, guys."
But then
Another classic Chris Lynch moment.
But then yeah, we got Jimmy the Redditor. And then we're getting into our top guys. We got Cole,
Cole.
who's I feel like Cole's like a digital watch guy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, like a calculator watch.
Yeah, like a
Oh,
big ass clunky tactical digital watch.
Gotcha.
He's like that style of guy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The
his,
opposite of a Hamtaro style.
He's also surprisingly strong.
yeah. Cole,
Well, a lot of digital
Cole is-
watch guys, when you touch their neck or sneak up on them,
Yeah,
they're
somebody
very
touches
strong.
their hand.
Yeah. He's the type of guy who has modded Skyrim at home.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Chrome boy.
Yeah. But yeah, his whole thing with JC and Detective Cole was incredible.
So can you red pill me on this Detective Cole arc?
Well, it was basically like he would get. What were his missions he were
Gold
getting?
Striker gave him told him somebody's a spy, and I know that you can see body language or something that other people can't. So I need you to figure this out. And he also is the most advanced of anyone because he will just go in a room, close the door, and turn to the camera and talk to the audience.
Oh, nice.
He almost never talks to the other fish.
Nice.
It's
No.
for him the audience is more real than the people he's in the house.
Well, and he
with.
can only
It's
talk
much
to one
like you and
person.
me.
Yeah.
He can only talk to one person at a time. When he's in a group and people start talking, he just gets lost.
Yeah, which I can frankly relate to.
Yeah, I get that.
I had a really good friend who Cole seems like almost a clone of. I get along good with Cole style dudes.
Is this really good friend in the room with us right now?
No, but honestly, I've known a couple Cole-esque.
Yeah,
cats
this
in my
seems like a
time.
guy. Yeah. Now, the
And-
more I learn about Cole, the more it's I know a few Coles.
I think he is sort of going into the heel role to some extent because he dislikes all the other fish other than Shinji, who everybody loves.
Mhm.
Yeah, Shinji's God.
But I think he's going to be in the heel role, and
Oh,
I think
okay.
my guess now for final two is Cole Shinji.
Oh, yeah. Just based off the endorsement scores, the only problem I have is Cole has so many chips and Shinji has almost none.
True.
Yeah.
Cole has been stacking chips.
Yes.
But-
Well, after his spy wife left, she gave him a bunch of secret chips that nobody knows about.
Oh, a little
Yeah.
nest egg.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she was
Lovely.
posting on Instagram and stuff after she left. She was like, I wanted to give Cole a hug, but he went for a fist bump.
Shout out Cole. Cole is chrome as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, oh man, the JC arc, the kick in the hole in the wall. He hates Brian
Why?
Yeah. He
Loser Brian?
because Brian's a loser weed head Fent user.
Because
Oh.
Brian makes out with all the girls and can talk to them,
Ah.
and Cole just fist bumps them and walks out of the room awkwardly. So.
But yes, I was just saying before we turned yesterday when there was chaos. Let's just introduce Shinji first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
we gotta finish the introduction.
Shinji the God.
Yeah. Shin Godzilla.
from
as we say.
Japan. Porn computer guy.
Yeah.
Everybody loves. But when Christmas, everything is going to chaos. Shinji got some rollerblades for Christmas.
Airwalk rollerblade.
So
Nice.
I don't know, 5 or 6 of the other fish are crying. Their lives are falling apart around them. Shinji's scooting around on rollerblades, mopping and stuff.
just having a blast.
Wait, why were the other fish crying?
Well, it's largely because Brian's ex/current girlfriend showed up.
Right.
So those, her, Brian, and Trish were all screaming at each other.
Good.
Meg is having Chris talk to her about Roblox to try and get her to stay because she wants to leave.
Well, Trish was paid to create a scene.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
I was
Yeah.
going to ask why the
Her-
hell was Trish yelling at Brian?
Her
and
present was a box of shit, dog shit, various animal shit.
Right.
So Brian and Casey are upstairs and they're making out, and she kicks open the door and throws shit on everything,
Oh.
and then starts screaming at him and pulls all his clothes out and throws them on the floor.
But I think she was legit crying too.
Oh yeah, she was.
She was crying in the bathroom as Casey and Brian were making out in the room.
Yeah.
And TTS kept being like, Trish is in the bathroom crying.
And so then he was take your whore and get off the show, and screaming. And then Ben from production had to stand in the stairway and break it up. But it was great. And then later on that night, Trish was sitting at the bar with Brian, and Casey was just standing in the doorway staring at them just like a Terminator, just looking back and forth.
God damn.
And then Brian went upstairs and was whispering to her, and then Vance came in and was like, yo, if you keep whispering, I'm gonna take your chip. So he fined him. So they had to talk, and he's like, it's this place changes you. I was just doing it to get views, I love you. And then he's like, I could go for a back rub. And then she just laid on him and gave him a back rub all night.
Yeah,
Loser.
as the sound effects were going.
Yeah.
But,
Damn.
but
That's
I,
crazy.
like I feel like Shinji really shone yesterday.
Yeah.
Because it's like half of them are crying and shit. He's scooting around on his rollerblades, having a great time. And then later, Cole is passed the fuck out in the doghouse, puking and shit.
Yeah.
All the other fish are at the bar being like, Cole's kind of weird.
Wait, why was Cole puking?
Because he's drunk as fuck. They're giving them. They're getting them drunk this year.
Oh, damn.
Like every other day, they're getting shit faced.
Yeah.
Nice.
Chris Lynch comes in and forces alcohol down there.
Another
Yeah.
classic Chris Lynch moment.
But yeah, Cole was drunk as fuck. That's the
Nice.
thing to remember is like other than like Brian and Jimmy are 27, the rest of them are all like 22, 24. Like they're
Yeah.
it's the age where you drink too much
Yeah.
and lay face first in your own puke.
Yes.
But as all the other fish are doing their little like backbiting gossip, Shinji goes in, like gets Cole a pillow that he wraps in plastic
And he
and
cleans up his
water,
puke.
cleans up
Wow.
his puke, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's when I switched my endorsement. I was like, yeah, okay, Shinji's the best guy here.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
When Shinji was singing anime,
He sang the Neon Genesis Evangel.
Oh,
Yeah,
the-
when he was doing
Yeah.
anime openings.
Nice.
I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is the guy.
I would like to see him do the Berserk one. That song is crazy.
Ooh.
Well, get that season, drop $40 for a TTS, and you'll probably do it.
Shinji. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
What a-
I've got a couple things that we've introduced them all.
Yeah, we've covered all the fish here.
Okay, because I was late, tardy to the party. I was day 3 because I was on the road doing funnies.
Yeah.
But day 3, Meg peed in a cup. The urine was brown.
Oh.
Well, because the first couple days was largely just they didn't have any challenges other than the rice one, so it was kind of just them sitting around getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And Summer
Crying.
Puking and crying.
puking and crying and getting increasingly unhinged. That was really like most of the first 3 days. I think.
But yeah, Meg peed in the cup. The urine is brown, and Cole deduced that because it's brown, it had to be a man's pee. He's, like I said, detective.
That's boy pee right there. It's black.
Detective Cole.
They brought in the Dallas Cowboys strength coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was brought to light that Shinji is formerly an escort and porn star.
Nice.
Yeah,
Meg-
but with woman.
with
women.
with
Yeah, he was saying later he got his that as an escort he got paid mostly for foreplay with women.
yeah, because penetration is illegal.
he's a cool guy, but he really switches all of his L's and R's to a degree. Like you'd think it was a bit. Every L and R is switched.
It's pretty crazy.
Full prey.
Foreplay with women.
Yeah. Which him talking on day 3, him talking to Jebediah Goldstriker in the bedroom about being like a porn star and an escort is gold.
Yeah,
That was great.
and oh man, and like
And that's when I tuned in and you were like, yeah, he's a porn star. And I was like, oh, I immediately found his porn. Was like, you mean this? And you're like, wow.
and you were because Shinji is famously 6.3.
Yeah.
And you were saying that you didn't think so from the picture. I think from that picture, that's definitely possibly 6.3.
Is there a chance we could pull this up? Because
I'll pull this shit up right now.
Yeah, pull it up right now. Because also you got to remember the proportions of his body. He's not a very big man. Like you're
So
scrolling through our
I mean,
conversation.
he's
It's
claiming-
the retard element.
he's claiming 6.3.
There you go.
What are we
All
rocking
right,
here?
where'd it go?
Scroll back.
Oh, it
up.
might be behind this window.
It's
Oh
up.
wait, that was on Discord. I pulled the wrong.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Pulled the wrong picture.
Okay, so there you go.
6.3?
That does not.
I mean, I think that could be 6.3,
Yeah. Maybe, but he's not a very big dude.
but it's tough to tell because it's pixelated and there's that little bar of Chinese in front of it.
Yeah.
It's
So
ball of Chinese.
So I feel like he could be. I'm gonna take him at his word. 6%. Old Shinji 6.3.
I don't know. It doesn't look like an egg roll. That looks like a spring roll coming out of that
That-
war wonton.
6.3 seems like a stretch.
You think he's lying?
I think he's lying.
Right.
He's lying.
I think that's a big.
You lying Japanese dog.
Yeah, I think that's a big pot of shrimp fried rice, dude.
I think that's plausibly 6.3.
Possibly.
It's plausibly, but I don't know if it's.
I would say maybe at peak performance. Like
Yeah.
this guy's
Yeah.
pilled up and
Best day.
performing.
Yeah.
best day.
6.3.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just on any given Sunday a casual 6.3. That seems
Yeah. And
Seems
his
generous.
Big Asian penis.
it seems generous.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool because like even like Cole, who like hates all the other fish, still likes Shinji.
Nice.
Yeah.
And for a while, when he was really like adrift, I think it was Jet sending them in like the detective voice, being like, "This little Chinaman's worth 10 allies."
Oh man.
The little Chinaman, he's my one true friend.
So also on day 3, we had JC stole chips from many people, and Jimmy tried to do a flip.
Right.
How did that go?
Fair. It was kind of like him standing there, being like, I just got to get my leg to work here.
Whoa.
He stood on one leg and then just fell over a lot
Oh.
on like his face, and then he got up and drank out of the fish tank and went to bed.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy's 100% the type of dude who used to eat bugs
Yeah.
in the school ground.
He seems like he was a smelly kid in school.
Yes.
Seems like the
Yes.
adult.
Smelly.
As an adult, he ate bugs.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
very
I mean, I think he was talking about how he has some YouTube channel where he squirts like lemons in his eyes.
Oh my god.
He's that type of redditor.
Yeah, he's the type.
He's
of guy,
that type of guy.
He's the type of guy that if I gave him a taser, he'd shock himself for the views.
Yeah, he's retarded.
Yeah. But that's why like the doll activity shit works well with him because like he's not the type of dude where like a cool guy like Sam or Jet tells him like humiliate yourself. He's not the type of guy who's gonna say no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Which
Yeah, that
might
makes
get
sense.
him to the end of this game.
it could.
Yeah.
It could. Like I think it'll be Cole Shinji, but I could see like Jimmy's not gonna quit.
No.
And he's not gonna like turn down any challenge, no matter how degrading.
Yeah.
He's gonna
also,
do it.
before we go any further, one of these people is Jewish. I want you to guess who.
Okay, well, we got a Chinese guy. No.
They're immune to it.
Women who quit potentially,
Yeah.
just for quitting. For being like, oh my god. Cole probably not, because you are a rare autistic Jew.
Yep.
If I had to guess, I would say potentially Brian, because I saw a picture of him. So, he's Brian
Is that your final answer,
or what's his name?
Jimmy?
Not Jimmy. Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy? TJ?
TJ. One of those two.
It's Brian.
It's Brian.
Yeah.
7% Ashkenazi.
I don't
according-
like it. See, and I don't like to be happy to be like I saw a picture of him and I think he's Jewish, but it's constantly true.
Wow, there you go. Schindler had a list, and so do you.
I don't like that. I was able
Gotta
to
give
look.
him some credit for being 6'4" and Jewish.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for kissing.
And
Yeah.
for being a brokey bitch.
Yeah. Who talks about going to soup kitchens to eat? You don't have to spend money.
Oh yeah. Okay. Never mind. I was
Yesterday when KC first showed up, the TTS was going off. Like, Brian, you have to like salvage Casey's honor by taking her to the nicest like soup kitchen around tonight.
They were like, Brian, if you quit, you could still make it for a nice Christmas soup kitchen dinner.
Because yeah, there was a whole thing. I didn't really catch like why KC is still there. Because I know they were telling him like you either have to like stay,
You can love or money. You can't have both.
like you can leave with her or you can stay. But it seems like they
Then Meg
they
quit.
both stayed. Oh, is that because
Then
Meg quit?
and
Oh,
then
okay.
That's when like he went into a room and came out and did this whole speech about how he's not leaving like that and blah blah blah.
Because chat will keep making fun of him outside.
Yeah. And then like yeah, they had to figure out where this person was going to live now, and she's having this whole like nobody knows me, and then chat's like, yeah, none of us fucking know you. Why don't you stand up and say something? And it's like all we know is that you're getting gaslit by your boyfriend right now and giving him a back rub.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Damn.
there was like the big summer flame out. I think was on day 4. Day 4 or 5.
Yep.
I think is when she
That
kind of
because yeah, day 4 is when she had swamp magic and she had to be in
Right.
the doghouse.
They-
What
yeah,
is swamp magic?
Well, she had kind of like blown up and like gotten taken downstairs for a while. And then they brought her back up, and Judge Jedediah Goldstriker did some swamp magic to try and channel her mental illness into a potato,
Good. That's
which
good.
worked for a bit, but
It
didn't
It's very-
hold.
It's very That's very Daniel Plainview.
He's a swamp man.
He's a gator boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently she like was convinced that she was in like a Truman Show type scenario.
Well, that's yeah.
Where-
That's
yeah, what do you mean?
Exactly what it is.
But she thought everyone else was an actor, and she was like the only real person there.
Oh, that's really funny. That's really good.
Day 4 is also where she was whispering in the doghouse, explaining season 1 of Fishtank to everyone,
Yeah,
and they were all like pretending they didn't know what it was.
because I think it would have been like day 4 or 5 where it came out, and they had the moment where they're like, "Oh, you know MD too? Whoa,
That's the end of day 4.
Okay. Yeah, because I think they kind of figured out that JC was the only actual person who didn't know about it.
Awesome.
Which she might have. I mean, she was very deceitful.
I don't think she did. I think she was like she's a normal Taiwanese K-pop girl, who showed up from like backstage or some casting site got her.
Oh, good.
But everyone else there, what's wild is like the ones who knew what it was, and are still like, I can't believe somebody yelled at me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that is weird.
But it would be. I'm sure it's like tough when you're in there.
Yeah.
I think I can handle it easy, no problem style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, easy. I would never do it, but
I'd probably be, if I was there, I'd be like the Josie style person who everybody loves.
everyone would be enamored with my cute stimming.
I think I'm already immune to sleep deprivation, so I think that would be a benefit.
You would be the most productive guy in there.
You would honestly do well, because the people who have long periods of time by themselves,
Yeah.
either because they stay up way later or get up earlier, that's
Yeah.
time where it's just like exclusively yours to build
Yeah.
rapport with the audience.
Yeah.
So,
That's part of like Shinji always stays up late as fuck.
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
So he'll get like, it'll be like everyone else is asleep and he's drunk as fuck, being like, "You should not kill yourself. You should like, just run away, make a change."
Doing his fucking motivational speeches.
Yeah, dropping
That's
knowledge
awesome.
bombs and singing anime songs and
So
shit.
this was day 4 was when JC and Cole opened the door, the shortcut between bedroom 1 and 3,
Right, because there was a combination lock.
which the combination was
NIC.
NICR. So if anyone's a time traveler, now they know.
Man, okay, I'm gonna have to bleep this. But one of my favorite TTSs of all, there was a period where Cole was really in the detective thing,
Yeah.
and they would send the black guy voice and be like, "My nigga Cole's a cop, but I still fucks with him."
Also, day 4 was the second cup of urine appearing.
Was
Oh,
that also
damn.
Megan?
That was also made.
That's one of the joys of following this show, is like you can't actually catch everything that happens.
No, you can't. You've got to watch the episodes when they come out fully, and you're like, oh, that's what I was missing.
Yeah, or like use a supplementary social media
Yeah.
thing to kind of follow,
Mhm.
but it's like you can't actually catch everything that happens.
It's really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. It forces discourse to happen like online.
Yeah.
It's very clever.
Which we both follow the show in very different ways in our online. You're on the Twitter or the
Yeah.
X, and I'm all up on the Reddit.
You're a Redditor.
Yeah.
A classic Jimmy style move.
Good Jimmy
Yep.
move, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
That's
that's
very
what I do.
classic.
But you
Well-
kind of need, if you really want to follow it, you need a supplementary social media
Yes.
Right.
to be
100%.
following it on.
Right,
For sure.
okay.
So that's what day 4 is, when Brian and Trish make out, and then Brian immediately admits he has a girlfriend.
Respect.
Well,
Yeah.
because, I think Trish my understanding, she got paid for the first kiss,
Yes.
but was kind of going along with it. And they went into the closet where Cole interrupted.
Yeah, that
Where-
was...
My understanding is they did not actually fuck in there. And
Okay.
they're just like tricking the camera, but that's murky.
Yeah.
That's murky.
And Cole was beaten off at that point?
No,
Jimmy
that's
was the
when
one
they-
who was beating off.
No,
was-
no. Jimmy was beating off when Cole and Trish were making out.
Right.
When Brian and Trish were making out in the closet, that's when they told Cole, "Hey, detective, there's clues in the closet." And he was like, "Oh boy, I better go look."
That is awesome.
Yeah, and there was a moment of pure Neptunian Kino
Yeah.
where Cole's in the doorway. Brian's like poking his head out of the closet, being like, "Oh, there's nothing here, dude."
That is Neptunian.
Yeah, which is a phrase that's come up this season. That's great.
I've been seeing that, yeah.
Neptunia.
Yeah, that's good.
Like when KC was giving Brian a back rub at like 3 a.m. last night, as TTS keeps like shitting on him and stuff. It's like, this is Neptunia.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out. That is quite an achievement. Shout out Jet Neptune, man.
Yeah.
That is sick. That is very cool to put that together and
Yeah.
have that under as like a thing you made.
And
That's very cool.
this season's been banger, I think.
Oh
I
yeah,
think it's been great.
Great.
Yeah.
I I think that like there's a lot of the sharks from season 1 that were better at, or a lot of the fish from season 1 that were better at this.
Yeah.
But like the sheer ineptitude and mental illness of everyone. When Cole turns to the camera and goes, "Everyone in here is mentally ill. They're all on pills. I'm the only normal one." And I'm like, buddy, you think you're a detective and you're kicking holes in the wall. You don't get to be the normal one.
Yeah.
Also, a blessed episode. We've been visited by the Iron Sheik himself, Fry.
Fry is here. See what's
The
good.
big dog, the ultimate tanker.
Yeah. That he's got that BCC. Big cat cock.
So day 4.
I thought it was a Brazilian catalytic converter.
It's just a straight pipe.
Yeah, that's when you don't have one. My car is the Brazilian model. It comes with all the windows smashed out and no catalytic converter.
It comes on fire.
Yeah.
So on day 4, Jimmy did the super detective work. He found the spy. He got TJ's shirts back. He found out everyone's the infiltrator. And then it seems like they were punished because that's when the sharks dumped all the trash, threw out everything out of the fridge. And then Brian is kicked off, but then they let him stay.
Right, 'cause he begs.
Yeah.
Like a dog.
He's like, "I can't be kicked off, please.
Hey, I have no money. I'm going to be homeless if I quit my job to be here.
Yeah, he's like, "I only had $500 in my bank account. Now I only have $50." And then when Trish is like, "They paid me $500 to make out with you," and TTS is like, "They paid you 10 times his net worth to make out with him."
God damn.
Oh, man.
God damn. That's ruthless.
But yeah, where were we? Brian was begging.
I think that's how that day ended.
Because, yeah, that's day 5. And, yeah, there was a
And then
bunch
day
of people online who were, like, really pissed when it came out that they were all, like, they knew about the show. And some of the more, like, schizo of the audience are sort of like, oh, they're all just paid actors. It's all fake. But I feel like that's based on, like, the presumption that, like, you can't be both an MDE fan and a socially inept retard.
It's actually sort of hard to find one that isn't the other.
Yeah.
So it's like, just because they know about the show, it's like they're still stuck there 24 hours a day getting abused by the text-to-speech.
Yeah.
Like having to do the challenges. Like, it doesn't make a difference, really.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Other than that, they should have known, like, how Summer
Oh.
would think that she could hack it.
That's crazy. Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
That's wild. Well, didn't I did see a clip of her saying that she was like, she came on because she wanted to prove to everyone and herself that she could do it.
Yeah.
And like 2 days later, she was like,
well,
I
and
have
she
to
was
leave.
partially that she looks a lot like Letty.
Yes.
But she was briefly, when she was really melting down, it seemed like she was trying to do the Letty thing of being like the villain queen
Shit in the
thing,
closet.
Right.
which I gotta say made me respect Letty, because like last year she had like guys screaming in her face they were gonna kill her, airsoft fatty smearing his shit all over her stuff,
That was awesome.
and she
Right.
never cracked.
Right. Yeah, that's
like,
true.
like she took it all, you know,
Yeah,
and she
all
like
horror, no crack.
yeah she leaned into the villain role, but
Right.
was like actually able to like sustain all the abuse she got.
Yes, that is
like-
true.
I think that that's like an indication of like somebody who is a wrestling fan. They know that like, oh, I'm the heel. Okay, I'll just be the heel
have to
rather
take it,
than
yeah.
like just trying to be the hero the whole time.
Yeah, well, I think Cole is adjusting into the heel role because he kind of like dislikes all the other fish.
Oh yeah.
If he gets any task to fuck with them, he will.
Yep.
Like last night, I think they were just like, Cole, go see if you can find Brian's chips. So it's just him walking around like kicking Brian's bed over and shit.
Even though they're in his pocket the whole time.
But like he'll do all the villain shit.
This
That's
is a
why I
lovely-
think the ultimate finale will be Cole and Shinji. Good,
Oh, yeah.
good versus evil.
As long as Cole keeps going with the like villain turn, yeah.
Yeah,
That'll
and
be-
he's the one who might quit, but I don't think so. I think we're done with people like voluntarily leaving at
I
this
hope
point.
so.
I'd just like it to be known we've caught a delightful Fry interaction on cam today.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Look at this guy.
He's just chilling.
He's chilling so hard. He's enjoying himself. He's getting
Make sure to check this out on YouTube for full Fry action.
full Fry action. If you're
Yeah.
listening to this on Spotify, you're missing out on here, Fry.
Oh,
Fourth Mike Fry.
Fourth Mike Fry. Saying slur, you just bleep it out.
you got to go to the Patreon to hear Fry.
Yeah, Fry said some crazy stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, day 5 started with Summer getting kicked out at dawn.
Damn, crack of dawn.
Crack of dawn. That's when she left. And then they started with the Brian and Cole squat challenge, the gator squats.
What are gator squats?
Oh, that was where they had to like hold each other on their back.
Yeah, they would like link arms, and then one would lift the other up and like do a squat.
Oh,
and the other
my
would
God.
bend over. And they did that for a long time.
Yeah,
and
I think
showed
they were
Cole.
under the impression that the loser got eliminated.
Yeah, which Brian lost and then didn't get eliminated again.
Ah.
Yeah, loser Brian.
Loser Brian.
He also cheated.
Yeah, well, he kind of like made it so Cole like fell over. He kind of like jumped up.
Yeah,
When he was
kicked
going
that-
back
when he
or
was
something?
On Cole's
Oh.
back, he kicked out his legs, and then Cole's like, "I guess I lost," and they're like, "No, Brian cheated." He goes,
Well-
"I think I cheated." It's like, what are you doing?
Well, and this was like right after JC had left.
Yeah,
So
he's
Cole
heartbroken.
is emotionally shattered at this point.
Ah.
He basically spent the whole day laying on the ground, like crying.
put his sunglasses on and cried.
Yeah, put his
Oh.
Deus Ex JC Denton sunglasses on.
That's very Mike the Situation Sorrentino of him.
Yeah,
To
but
put
he
to-
is like the guy I knew who was like Cole also had those like the sunglasses that you can like stomp on and they don't break.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Damn.
He's been wearing his JC Denton shades. He was crying. He was laying down. He was like, "Oh, my ankle's broken."
Yeah, he was limping, and Brian was quoting Berserk while he's doing
Oh
his
my
squats.
God.
Yeah, like
And
you
he's like,
can't.
Don't fuck with me now.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Loser,
You can't
loser
do that.
Brian.
That is gay.
Yeah.
Don't do that kind of stuff. I think that's what the whole show is. It's like it's to the MDE crowd. It is a nice thing to put on display, which is like, hey, a lot of the stuff you guys think is funny socially, like really does not work.
Yeah.
It was also day 5, like I think it was right before the squat challenges when JC quit.
Yeah, I think it was like earlier, like an hour
Yeah.
before or something.
And this, I believe, is also when I figured out that Jimmy's making prison wine.
Yeah, he's making Pruno and also his family eggnog recipe.
Oh.
So he's just got like a bag of wine somewhere that he's fermenting. And,
Oh.
like they have
That's
alcohol.
why, please, God, let King Cobra come on this season. Please.
Good, to give them some winemaking tips.
Yeah, Jimmy needs to know how to make mead. He's making Pruno over here.
Did you see
Like,
Cobes had his dad on a stream?
really?
Yeah. And Cobes came off as like the moderate one.
I could see that.
Cobes came off as like when his dad was on, Cobra came off as a guy who is a master at dealing with trolls.
Really?
Yeah. He would be so fucking funny as a freeloader. Just like Cobra interacting with TTS.
Did you see Cobra's
need
latest meltdown?
No.
He was on stream, just getting fucked with as usual, and then they ordered him like skip the dishes or whatever, the typical like napkins and ketchup packets thing that their usual like they order him like McDonald's and just get him like maple syrup packets and like napkins and just like
I've
shit.
seen like a burger with no burger in it.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
buns.
they'll get him like just a bun with like a bunch of sauce or something.
I
and
saw him once they sent him a burger with no meat and some cat food. And in order to own his trolls, he put the cat food on the burger.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
ate
yeah,
to
yeah.
own them.
That's
Yeah.
a Jimmy move.
so they were doing
Jimmy
that
and
to him.
Cobra would be like right on rice. Like,
They might be like two of the same magnets though. and just
That's
hate
true.
each other.
Big bro,
Like
I'm
I-
not
I've
eating
said-
your fucking Pruno. I've got my own meat right here.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. You'll never find something that irritates an autistic person more than another autistic person.
Which is partially why the show works so well.
Yes, yes. Because a room full of autistic people are all being wound up by each other because
They're
no.
like, I'm the one normal guy.
It's like trying to play.
That's like after 2 days of some of the most vigorous spurging I've ever seen. You have Cole being like, "I'm the only normal guy here."
What happens with autistic people is it's like two guys go into a room. One of them has Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. The other one has Pathfinder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The rules. There's conflict in the rules.
Well, I can't remember, but somebody was telling Cole like a story about them being sexually abused, and then there was a long pause, and then Cole was like, I think after I win, I'll just like take an Uber up and down the coast. I want to see the water. just completely different.
Yeah. Some of the like Jimmy also has some moments of just pure autismo-ness.
Oh
Like-
yeah,
like
I've got one
Megan was breaking down.
when she was raped.
Yeah, and telling like her traumatic life story and stuff. And
Yeah.
Jimmy's kind of being like the kind ear. He gives her like a long hug and stuff. But then as he leaves the hug, he's like, "Oh, and just so you know, there's nothing sexual about it. I have standards."
Well, then she was like, "Oh yeah,
Wow.
I was molested, blah blah, all this stuff." And then they go on the TTS, and somebody's like, "Jimmy will never get a girl. He's never had a girl." And he's like, "That sounds like something a fucking virgin would say. I hope somebody rapes you, blah blah." And it's like she's right beside him.
Oh, so Cobra's meltdown. So he was getting fucked with all night,
Yeah.
and then so he starts doing that thing where he's really hammered. By the way, it is sort of like a manifest destiny thing that his hero is Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
And now when he's drunk, he is Ozzy Osbourne. Like he just walks around like this, and he's like, he'll just yell, right? And he walks around like Ozzy, and he stumbles around his apartment. And so he was yelling. He was like, "I'm so sick of these fucking trolls. I hate them." It's like 2 a.m. in his apartment. He's screaming.
He needs to be in Fishtank
So his neighbor
so
comes.
bad.
His neighbor knocks on the door, and his neighbor's like, "Hey, dude, like, are you good? Like, I know you live alone. All I hear is like screaming. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just checking. Are you good, man?" And he gives his neighbor like attitude. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm fine. If I needed help, I'd call the fucking cops. Okay."
Wow.
And then he walks back to his chair and he like trips.
He rules.
He does.
I need him on this so bad. There's no better guy on earth to be a freeloader than
No,
Cobra.
yeah, he's the best.
I don't think.
As long as they give him booze,
I mean, Airsoft Fatty's good.
he's really good.
I like that he's a recurring character now.
Yes.
Because you can't really go wrong with having like a 400-pound naked guy walking around. Like, it's just gonna.
With how he breaks beds.
And when he took off all his clothes yesterday,
Yeah.
after he ditched the Santa stuff, everyone's going like, "Oh my god!" Except for Shinji's like, "Hey, it's cool how your belly covers your penis." Like a handshake. like Shinji's unbreakable.
So body
But
positive.
like Shinji's the type of dude who, 50 years ago, if he
We've
got,
been looking at his penis for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
oh yeah, 6.3. But I feel like if he fell into some like jungle torture camp,
Yeah.
he's the dude who would be singing anime songs as they pull his finger. He's
Yeah.
he's unbreakable. this
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Like,
The unbreakable Shinji. Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Cobes is amazing.
He would, yeah. Oh, I there's been rumblings of that happening. I know they were trying to get him. I don't know what the status of that is.
That's
but
awesome.
please let it happen. Please.
Yeah. Chris Chan would be crazy.
Yeah.
Although I think Chris Chan is kind of too schizoid now for his own good.
Yeah.
He's like not even in touch with
I mean,
reality at all.
I think
Fresh
Cobra
out
would be
of jail.
better than Chris Chan.
Fresh out of jail
Cobra
into
would
the
be-
fish tank.
I think there was
Yeah.
rumors of Shoe Nice maybe showing up on
Oh,
it.
hell yeah. He's not doing well, though. He's like really sick, is he not?
I would imagine so, dude.
What a better
He's been
place.
drinking turpentine for 25
glue,
fucking
yeah.
years.
Have you ever seen
Christ.
Shoe Nice?
Nope.
Oh, he came up like he was like an old head online. He came up when I was like in junior high. He would just like eat deodorant and like drink glue and
Yeah,
upload it.
he'd like drink a bottle of Elmer's glue, like shit,
Yeah.
like
It's not
like that.
It's not a long career.
He used to do.
No.
You ever see his video of him in the library doing a Jack Daniels bottle slam? He's in the library and he's like, "All right, hello everyone, it's Shoe Nice here. I'm in the library, not to get a book, but to do a little secret Jack Daniels bottle slam." And then he just chugs a full bottle of Jack Daniels in the library.
God.
Or it's
damn.
Fireball. It's Fireball that he
Oh,
likes.
ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've heard rumblings he might show up.
That'd be nice.
Wow.
But who knows? Who knows?
That'd be good.
But yeah, where are we now? We're day 5.
Day 5. This is the day TTS tells Cole that there's a clue in the wall, so he starts kicking a hole in the wall. And then Brian and Trish make out in the closet.
And then Cole shows up for the clue.
And then Cole shows up for that clue.
So was it day 6 that Trish got money to kiss Cole, to seduce Cole?
Oh, day 6, a lot happens here. Yes, this is a crazy day, day 6. Yeah.
What happened on day 6?
Okay, day 6. Jimmy cries in his sleep.
Right.
That's how we start the day, as he cries himself awake. He tells everyone in the morning that he was homeless and has attempted to end his life repeatedly.
Well, that's another thing. To my knowledge, at least, I want to say 4 of the original 10 fish have admitted to being in psych wards
institutionalized,
at various points in time.
Oh, wow.
Because Summer was, Jimmy, Megan.
Meg, yeah.
Was it only 3? Was there another one?
No, I think there's another one.
Who's the other one?
Not TJ.
Not TJ, not Brian.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it was Brian.
Maybe it was Brian. But okay,
Maybe.
at least 3. At least
Yeah.
3 of them have been in psych wards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
So after breakfast, Jet gives Jimmy a swear jar, which turns his ability to say words. He just he's hit with a slow-mo right.
Yeah,
Damn.
at a certain point, he started talking like this, or else he's gonna swear.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Because he was abusing the term silly Billy.
Silly Billy.
He said it like a million times, and they were like, "All right,
Yeah.
swear jar. You can't say shit like that
Also,
anymore."
day 6 is the day that Jimmy opens the lock, which Cole already opened on day 4 and didn't tell anybody the combination or what it does.
How did they figure out the combo?
They just had like a notepad and they would try different things and write it down.
No,
Jesus
and Detective
Christ.
Clue and his assistant JC cracked it.
Yeah, they just sat
NICR.
there.
NICR.
Well, I think they had. I don't know if they'd already solved it, but at one point the TTS was like NICR, NICR.
Oh yeah, it
NICR.
kept telling, and then
Yeah.
Jimmy tried it eventually.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh wow, they weren't lying.
Yeah.
And so Jimmy opens the lock, and it's a crawl space from bedroom 3 to bedroom 2. Meg finds out her Roblox account is hacked and begins crying.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Cole pours liquid on Trish and Brian's possessions.
Ooh.
Jimmy gets a retard helmet sent to him. Then the karate lesson happens. Meg wins the wall sit karate lesson. Josie shows up and dances with TJ.
Classic.
I think that was a pep talk.
Yeah, but they both ended
You can
up
send a
dancing,
pep talk.
Yeah.
You can also send cigarette deliveries.
which is awesome.
They give you a lit cigarette. Sometimes it'll be when like they're sleeping. They'll come and put a lit cigarette in their mouth.
Yeah, on Christmas he was like, "You're all asleep. Here, have a cigarette. Here, have a cigarette."
Oh man, I
Take
have a clip
cigarette.
of it I put on Twitter, but his little lullaby he sang to them all
Oh,
because they all for Christmas had to like go to sleep. You can't make a peep.
Okay.
And Gold Striker comes in. He's like, "Twinkle, twinkle, little Shinji, making porn with computer chip. Cole's personality is fantastic. He's so still, so beautiful. Who's in the bunk? It's my favorite ones, all lined up like some bugs." It just really stuck in my head.
That's good.
It was a Neptunian moment for sure.
So Trish is paid to make out with Cole. Jimmy listens in, and then he thinks that Trish is talking shit about him, so he takes a bag of flour and like throws it all over her bed. Stands in her bedroom until she walks in.
Was that Jimmy? I
Yeah.
totally missed that.
Oh man!
Because
And
I
then-
saw when Vance came and revealed that he was in the goon,
Yeah,
the goon
and then-
closet
he crawled out.
with his pants down and a mysterious groinal stain.
But then 2 hours later, he rips open a bag of flour, throws it on her bed, and then just stands there with his arms crossed until she comes in.
How
and
long
goes,
was he
Okay,
standing
I
there?
totally
like, a
missed
long
that.
time.
Good.
And he goes like, "I heard what you were saying about me. You shouldn't be talking about people behind her back," and like just is like incredibly aggressive to her. And then sits down on the couch and she's like cleaning the bed and throwing flour at him. He goes, "Doesn't even bother me. Doesn't even bother me." And it was like, he's like, "You're a stupid bitch. You should use a vacuum."
God damn.
So that was day 6. Because now we're on. It's Kwanzaa today, the 26th.
Well, that was the
so that's day
23rd is
9.
day 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming
So,
up on Christmas here.
Day 9.
Day 7, the 24th.
Right.
Yeah, we started that. Shinji didn't go to bed until really late. That's when he was
'Cause-
doing his late night karaoke.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and his like, I think that was the night he was doing his motivational shit too about how
Yes.
like you shouldn't commit suicide. If you're gonna do that, you should just move somewhere and change your life, which is why he came to America.
Real.
I like how on his Christmas list he had a green card. So let's hook that up. If you're an American style bitch out there, marry our boy Shinji.
Hook up Shinji.
Yeah.
6.3.
If you're a Hamtaro style bitch who can handle 6.3.
Summer loved Shinji.
Yeah.
They were,
That's what Summer. That's
Yeah,
what a
oh, yeah.
Hamtaro style bitch thinks every Japanese person is.
but he liked her too. I think.
Yeah, I don't think he liked her so much when she was a fucking human fountain of vomit every 20 minutes.
But Shinji's unbreakable.
Yeah,
He could take it.
yeah, he can tolerate anything for a green card.
Yeah. No, but she like legit loved him. But
Oh, yeah.
she got all her fucking as soon as she left, all of her accounts got hacked.
Cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some fucking Zoomer dude doing Instagram lives on her account and posting like I got raped and stuff
Oh,
like that.
Jesus.
They all had their Christmas lists, and Brian's Christmas list said that he wanted to have sex with Trish.
It
I
had
did see that.
pussy from Trish.
Yeah.
Which,
Which now
Crazy.
his girlfriend has seen.
yeah. Oh.
Crazy.
Ugh.
Crazy.
This
It's
was
crazy
also,
to watch the first season with your girlfriend
and
and then just
sign up.
misbehave on the second season.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, honestly, because they were trying to they were sort of pushing that on everybody, trying to couple them up and stuff. I feel like Jimmy kind of had the move of just be like, I'm not fucking on camera. I mean, I don't,
Yeah. He's like, I have standards. You're
Yeah.
all below me.
Oh yeah.
Although I kind of respect Cole's move of when Trish is trying to seduce him, just being like, all right. Sure.
Oh,
Okay.
But then later he'll talk to the camera and say she's trailer trash and he's a JC man and he's moving to Taiwan after the show's
Gang.
done.
Gang.
He only did it for the fans. He doesn't even
Gang.
have feelings for her.
Dog. I like that.
Okay, we'll get there. This was one of my favorite moments though on Christmas when everything's falling apart.
Oh yeah.
Cole's just playing Pong by himself.
Yeah.
And Trisha comes up. She's like, oh man, what am I gonna do? He's like, I don't give a fuck.
He's like, leave me alone.
She's like, well, I don't give a fuck about you neither.
Leave me alone. I got very important Pong to play.
And he did declare himself a Sigma on Christmas too.
And what better day to do it? And what better day to do it?
Yeah, while wearing his J.C. Denton sunglasses, he declared himself to be a Sigma.
Dog. That is a certified Chris Lynch moment right there. That's unreal. Can you boys carry this for a moment? I have to pee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to pee very bad.
Day 7, late night, was the Chris Lynch pretends to be drunk and drive.
Okay.
That was very
So we're on
early.
Christmas Eve now.
Yeah, the 24th. So
Okay.
that was
Yeah.
3 a.m.
Right.
Yeah, that I think was the last thing before everybody went to bed, and then day 7 actually starts.
Right, because they got sent to bed pretty early
Yeah.
and are told they can't say anything, and that's when Airsoft Santa
That's
shows
the end
up.
of December 24th. This is the end of December 23rd. Now we're just starting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is Shinji's just singing anime
Shinji's
songs,
singing,
doing
Chris is
inspirational
drunk.
stuff.
Yeah.
Cole is still kind of reeling at this point, I think.
Oh, yeah, he's emotionally dead.
Yeah.
He's destroyed.
And that's where they got him with the whole I think Jet sent the message in Sam's voice.
Oh, yeah.
It's not about the money,
money.
Cole. It's about sending a message, Mog on these brokey bitches.
Which was so
And I think that's what
funny.
got him to stay too.
Yeah?
I think that's the type of thing they got to motivate Cole with.
Maybe. I think at this point, he just hated Brian. And he started, being motivated more about, what he doesn't
Spite.
like.
Yes.
The only thing that I'm worried about Cole not making it to the end is if Brian leaves, he's going to lose that, nemesis.
Maybe.
And,
Yeah,
Brian is
that could be a thing.
primed up to leave at any minute.
I mean, if he doesn't come up with some chips pretty soon,
Yeah.
my guess is rent's going to be at least 100 chips.
At least.
And he only has 40.
Yeah, well, actually, I think he's got less because he lost some last night for whispering.
I think that took him down to 40.
Oh, okay.
Let me just see. I don't know if this is totally up to date, but at least on their tracker, he currently has 40. And the next lowest is 170.
Damn. Well, before we start the 24th, I also have to take a tinkle. I'm busting at the seams. I will be right back. This large Coke is running right through me. Ladies and gentlemen, check out the Patreon.
Check out the Patreon, yeah. And, 100th episode coming up shortly. So that's something to look forward to. So hit us up on Patreon. Check out episode 100. It'll
Episode
be
100.
Something else. And then season 2.
Season 2 is going to be crazy. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
A lot of people think, oh, season 2. I've been hearing it. They say season 2
Yeah.
of Chrome Boys is going to suck.
Yeah. That's what a lot of the haters and trolls have been saying.
But we famously have some of the dumbest trolls on the planet. Our trolls are the idiots.
Our trolls are so stupid.
Season 2 is going to be crazy, dude.
Yeah.
We've been snapping in the stew,
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
working stuff out for season 2.
Yeah.
Let's just say the show's going to have a whole new lease on life.
Yeah.
And the
And
show's
all
going
of
to
our haters, if they're not already on suicide watch, they will be then.
they're going to be like, they leveled up again, huh?
So I know a lot of people think, oh, I keep hearing it everywhere I go. Oh, Chrome Boys are Cap.
Yeah.
You could not be more wrong.
Constantly people saying Chrome CB, more like Cap.
Yeah.
More
Yeah,
like
more
Cap,
like
dude.
Cap Boys.
Cap boys.
But actually, we're whatever the opposite of Cap is.
We're real as hell.
Is real the opposite of cap?
Well, cap means like a lie or fake.
We're
Yeah,
not cap, and we're gonna prove it.
dude. We're
to our
real as
haters.
shit.
How not cap we are.
Our smoke too tough. Our swag too different.
They gonna kill us.
They trying to kill us.
Yeah.
We just out here doing this.
Yeah.
They just hate seeing a man like me succeed.
Yeah.
They can't stand seeing me succeed.
But yeah, we're gonna be moving into the brand new studio.
Mm-hmm.
We've both taken out loans. We've taken out multiple credit cards. We're paying one credit card off with the other. We're writing forged checks. We're doing whatever it takes.
I bought a multifamily just to fund the new season of the show.
Just to mortgage it. Just to do a second mortgage.
I bought a house just to remortgage it instantly.
But I think everyone will be impressed with the results.
They're going to be blown the hell away with season 2 of Chrome Boys. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
We're
If
grinding
you
out.
thought Fishtank season 2 was wild.
Yeah, wait till Chrome Boys season 2.
Yeah.
We have 8 times the homeless
And we're
people.
going to prove just how not cap we are.
Just how real. Our smoke too tough. Our swag too different.
It's going to be a knife review show.
Yeah, we're going to review knives and Latinos. We're reviewing Latinos.
Yeah.
We're transitioning into a Latino review show. Eddie Guerrero, pretty good Latino.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, I would
Yeah.
say.
A lot of heat.
A lot of heat on that Latino. Bad Latino, Fidel Castro.
Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray. The show's transforming into a show where we look at Rey Mysterio's best moments and we go,
a Rey
nice.
Mysterio lore cast.
The Lucha Lottery.
Yeah.
It's called Welcome Back to Lucha Lore.
Okay, we're at Christmas Eve now.
Oh, Christmas Eve, yeah. So, at the morning, Brian tells everyone that Cole is stealing Taylor's underwear. You know, that's how you start Christmas.
Right, and she got upset about that.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I mean, I feel like she's got some mental fortitude.
Yeah.
I could see her being like a sleeper pick to keep going.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't really do anything too interesting.
No.
But other than getting pissed about her like underwear getting messed with, she has pretty good relations with everybody.
Yeah.
I think she actually has not cried either. Other than when she got pissed about her underwear.
Yeah, I
getting
think she
fucked
cried
with.
about the underwear.
But
Well, to be fair, wasn't Letty pretty uninteresting for the first couple?
She shit in the closet.
That was like early tank.
yeah,
She
it
didn't
took her
really
a
do
while to get going
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
she really cranked it up.
Yeah.
so
Before
that
she
that
started
can
wiggling
happen.
her toes for the cameras.
Yeah. But she didn't become like the piss queen until like a couple weeks in at least.
What sucks is the Piss Queen's already left this show.
Was it
Megan?
Megan pissed
Yeah.
in 2 cups and then gone.
I mean, I wish Summer had held out for longer.
The clips I
thought
saw
she-
were
I
dynamite.
thought she was
there's only so
very
much
The
funny.
clip I saw of her reading a letter to Jedediah Goldstriker.
in the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he was just
crying.
She was like, and I just want everyone to know that I'm strong. And he went, all right. Okay, is that it?
yeah, and her like sort of crying and like, do you guys think that I'm too mentally unstable to stay on the show? He's like, well, are you?
Yeah, he was like, do you need to go to a hospital?
He offered her weed too.
did he offer her weed? That's
Yeah, he's like, "Do you need to smoke some dope?"
yeah. But I wish she had stuck out for a bit longer because she was entertaining. But you know, the tank is fickle.
The tank
So-
is fickle.
Yeah.
Brian calls out Cole for the underwear, so Cole responds by filling Brian's shoes with beans.
Do we know who? Yeah, Cole loves his beans.
Yeah.
do we know who did fuck with her underwear?
We're just going off of Brian's word on this. I didn't see it.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen confirmation, but I know she thought it was Jimmy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Classic.
For some weird reason, a lot of the girls seem to have a problem with Jimmy.
because he screams at them
Oh,
and
weird.
calls them whores.
Hey, that's strange.
It's
Because he
kind of a mystery.
flips
It's-
chairs and yells.
It's one of the big mysteries of this season. Why all the girls have a problem with Jimmy?
It seems like some sort of underlying lesson for
Yeah.
people on the internet.
He's got
to take.
wife-beating energy.
Oh, this like spastic Reddit-obsessed retard has zero popularity among women.
Who'd have thought?
Weird.
Yeah, puzzling. Well, actually, him and Trish are kind of allies now.
Well, they had that weird moment where like he hugged her and they were both crying,
Yeah,
and then like he like hugged her for too long and then just walked away.
but I think that's Trish's move now, which is not like unsavvy. Is connecting with the remaining dudes to get them as allies. Because like a chick like Trish can get Jimmy as her ally.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
She can get Tarzan as her ally.
Oh yeah, I mean, just
Cole,
play
Sigma
music.
Cole, little bit tougher.
Yeah, Sigma Cole. Look, no, you ain't cracking that.
Last time I checked, bitch, you ain't a clue.
That guy's had more honey pots than Winnie the Pooh, okay? He's not into anything except a magnifying glass.
Wake me up when there's some clues in that pussy.
Well, and he already has his Asian queen, JC.
Yeah, he's
Just Chinese.
Just Chinese. Hello, my name's JC. What does that stand for? Just Chinese.
Yeah, but he has said many times, he's just a JC man. And yesterday when he was passed out or on the verge of passing out, he was kind of like, "I love you, JC." And he's just like, "No, I don't. Just kidding, but I do."
In Venus Veritas is the Latin. So that starts the Christmas cookie challenge. That's where Jimmy, I believe, cheats and puts paprika in everybody's cookies.
I think Brian got paid to fuck with
to-
everybody's cookies.
And then Jimmy and Trish have the BDSM collar. And
Which,
that's when...
did we say that on the show, or was that before? But
What?
the arc where Jimmy got told to call her bitch at the end of every sentence.
That was right before the cookie thing. And
But-
then the collar was during the cookie thing.
Gold Striker was like, "Here, get her to eat out of your hand and say, 'hungry bitch.'" And when she does, say, "Jimmy crack corn."
Well, he's like, you have to call her a bitch. So he just like started talking like a black person. He's like, "Look at this bitch cooking my cookie." It's like, what the fuck?
Say, "Jimmy crack corn."
And then they did the nativity play after the cookie contest.
Oh yeah, I missed the play itself. I saw a bit of the prep.
Jimmy was like asleep. He just had like a nap, and they couldn't wake him up to do the play. They were really trying to get him to do it. And then I think Shinji was the narrator, which was funny. And I think JT was Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah, because of the hair.
Yes.
That was okay. Jimmy was hunting dolls this whole time.
That's awesome.
And they
Doll activity.
And then he started like pouring out flour in front of doors so that he could see dolls' footprints.
That's really good.
And like flipping over couches, and like he found an electrical outlet, and he's like, "You're not a doll."
That's really good.
Meg is sick, and Taylor is assigned the role of her doctor, and JT is assigned the role of her sickener. So Taylor's like making her warm tea and stuff, and JT is like pouring her shots of vodka. And they have a conflict that's very lighthearted.
That's good. That's nice.
Yeah. Well, at one point too, I think it might have been this night where Jimmy got TTS through his doll clues in Taylor's bag, and Taylor's a little bit protective of her belongings.
Yeah.
So he's like in the middle of the night trying to like rifle through her bag when she wakes up and gets super pissed at him.
I wonder why the women don't like him.
Weird.
Yeah, it's
Weird.
puzzling.
Well, and then they're sent to bed, and they can't make noises or move. And this is when the magic happens.
This is when Airsoft Santa shows up.
Airsoft Santa comes in. Now Jimmy is asked, like they're like, "You need to go to bed," and he's like, "I need to stay up to make my eggnog." And they're like, "Okay, you can stay up."
Because he has some family eggnog recipe that apparently takes like 48 hours to do.
Okay.
He's got to like cure his eggs and shit.
Okay.
So he's allowed to stay up, but because he's awake, Airsoft Fatty flashbangs him in the kitchen.
With a real flashbang?
No.
Oh.
It's like these like firecracker things he brought.
Yeah, but he flashbangs him, and then leaves him like in the corner, and then he goes upstairs and gets on top of Trish and humps her so bad the bed breaks, and then rolls.
I think Trish got $500 to let him do that.
Yeah. And then he rolls around on top of her on a broken bed for a while.
With his pants down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But they fell down naturally.
Yeah.
No pervert shit. They just fell down.
Well, and then he goes back.
And he's too fat to pull them back up.
Yeah, his belt is not attached at all. It's just hanging around his midsection.
Yeah, it's on. The belt is only on the jacket.
So
that's really good style of
those
fat.
things that you throw and they explode, those like kinetic force firecrackers.
Oh, yeah.
He throws those at everyone while they're sleeping. And Jebediah Goldstriker puts cigarettes in all their mouths and sings a song. And then he goes downstairs and pulls up a chair and talks to Jimmy and gives him a talk about you're not allowed to jerk off in the crawl space. And
God, that's really good.
yeah, so Jimmy continues his eggnog even though everyone's asleep, and then sets up traps for dolls.
Yeah. And that brings us to Christmas morning,
That brings us to December 25th, day 8.
where they
of
all
Fish
get
Tank.
hog-tied.
The Swamp Christmas, the hog tie, where they're all hog tied in the lounge, and then they escape, but then they're hog tied for some reason.
Well, they escaped too quickly, so they redid it with zip ties.
Yeah.
And that's when
Jimmy.
KC gets brought in, too.
Oh yeah. That's they bring in Brian's ex-girlfriend and all the presents and everything.
And Gold Striker's all like, "Hey Brian, we got a prize for you here, but you better get out quick, or else we'll give it to Cole. It can be his new Asian wife."
Cole immediately escapes with his superhuman retard strength, runs out and is like, "She's not Asian."
That's where the chaos starts, though, where they like lock KC, Trish, and Brian in a room together for like an hour.
That was awesome.
Give the ultimatum, like, you can leave with your girlfriend or you can stay, and somehow it ended up with she's still staying there. And
Damn.
And she saw everything,
What-
so he's just gaslighting her.
and Trish got paid to make a scene, so she was like screaming, throwing shit around.
Her
like,
gift of a box of shit that she had.
she unlocked the fiery Latina within.
Yeah, the Filipina.
You know how much domestic violence it usually takes to get that out?
Yeah. Well, this was emotional domestic violence.
Do you know how much low riding in an old Cadillac it usually takes to get that out of a Latino woman?
But yeah, while this is going on, Cole's playing Pong, Sigbaing the fuck out. Shinji's on his rollerblades, having fun mopping the kitchen.
Yeah. Brian got J.D. Salinger short stories and the Rum Diary.
That's a great book, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
I read that last
Yeah.
year. It's fantastic.
I know. I love it, man.
I love a book about. I love in art when it's a story about a character who just acts like an enormous piece of shit and then never gets punished.
Yeah.
Never gets his comeuppance.
Never
Maybe that will be Brian's arc this season.
It's basically like
He's got the first step down already.
It's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas without like booze instead of drugs.
Yeah, it's just heavy drinking in Havana and complaining and being kind of basically racist.
Yeah.
Talking about how stupid Puerto Ricans are. And
Well, that was the time.
yes. Well, it's like they say in The Departed. Look, these Puerto Ricans think they're so smart, but if they were smart, they wouldn't be Puerto Rican.
So afterwards, they go in the room and they get the yelling at. Cole plays some Pong, and then they do some karate to calm down.
Yeah.
And then that's when Meg quits.
Ah.
And, like,
Yeah, after like a valiant attempt by big God Chris Lynch to get her
and
to
by
stay.
Vance. They gave her Roblox bucks, which I think pushed her over the edge.
To go back and spend them.
Yeah, I can't hold on to these. They're only going to depreciate in value. I
got
understand.
30,000 R-bucks burning a hole in my pocket.
But that was our third elimination.
I got $40 in Roblox and nowhere to go. What do you say, beautiful?
And that kind of brings us to where we are now.
Well, Cole got very drunk and Shinji's an angel. And then Jimmy slept through all of the doll activity.
Right, they were trying to wake him up, but he was out. He was
They-
having his night terrors.
Yeah, they even told Brian, like, you need to wake him up. And he's like, well, I'm having, like, a whole thing with my girlfriend right now. And they're like, no, it's your
Jimmy needs to
responsibility.
get on these dolls, dude.
Yeah. So that brings us to day 9.
Which is now
Which
Kwanzaa.
Which
Yeah.
is right now, Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Yeah, which now there is CK, the freeloader, that nobody likes.
Nobody
Yeah,
likes her.
even Brian. Because at one point TTS was like, Brian, it's weird that your girl is here. Get rid of her. And he's like, I'm trying.
Yeah, it
Working
is
on that.
nuts.
And I feel like now, if you haven't watched it so far, you're broadly caught up.
Yeah.
You know who the players are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the game is.
Yeah.
And subscribe for more Fishtank thing. If
Subscribe.
Yeah.
If you guys can't afford to be staring at your screen all day, then let us fill you in.
Yeah. Well, if you like us, let us know. We'll do more Fish Tank recaps.
And subscribe for Chrome Boys Season 2.
Season 2, I'll probably be talking about Fish Tank on normal episodes too, because I'm fucking obsessed. I'm level 40,
Jeez,
level 46.
Yeah.
I forgot just how much this taps into whatever autism you have in particular.
Yeah.
You talked about it on the first one, how it's like it's perfect for you.
Yes. Having the different cameras you can switch through, and like you'll have the main storyline, but it's like, oh my god, somebody's talking to the camera in another room and
Yeah.
nobody's watching it.
Well, one of the fish toys is a crying baby, and I want, I would love it if somebody could give that to CK.
Yeah, I spent all my fish tokens already doing a gay guy alert, which is one of my. I love hearing the gay guy alert like from an adjacent room,
Yeah.
and just in the distance be like, "Bwah, bwah, bwah," like red alert, gay guy. There's a gay guy.
This guy.
Yeah, I spent all my fish tokens blasting one of those at Brian.
What's one thing that you wish was changed about the house?
I mean, my one big complaint is like it has the thing they didn't have last season where you can go like next camera feature,
Yeah.
and I wish that the upstairs hallway was on the other side of the rooms.
Oh, okay.
It's a minor thing, but it just bugs me how you scroll to the downstairs hallway, and if you're trying to like follow people room to room, the upstairs hallway's on the other side of all the bedrooms.
Yeah, you got to know. You're like, okay, it's going to be
Yeah.
5 clicks.
Yeah, I mean they've added a mini map, which
is nice.
which is a nice feature.
Yeah.
Overall, I'd say they've done a great job.
Yeah, this is
Like
crazy.
the site looks great. They've added the sound is way better.
Everywhere except bedroom 3, because that's where all of the whispering happens, and they've got a fucking fish tank right beside the microphone that's got that like water purifier going.
Yes, but overall the sound is way better.
Yes.
The site's great. I think all of, like the gamifying shit is fun, like leveling up and getting items. And I'm a proud coin boy.
Holy shit! There's almost 10,000 people online right now.
Have you joined a clan?
I've been thinking about Crack Gang.
I was asking them to invite me in chat and they didn't, so I went with coin.
Oh,
But crack guys always send the black guy voice.
Yeah, Crack Gang. It's
Fuck
awesome.
gold. There's a message from Crack Gang. Fuck gold.
Oh man, Crack Gang for life.
But yeah, Crack Gang is good. I'm down with the coin boys, but I might jump over to crack at some point. They've
Yeah,
been
if you get the
impressing me.
Coin boys, like the guys at school.
Live by the coin, die by the coin.
The coin boys.
No,
Subscribe, dude.
It is.
It's
dope.
great. Worth checking out. You're not too late. We still got another at least 4 weeks probably on this, maybe 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that I miss from season 1 is the one-on-one boxing lessons with Gold Striker.
I feel like he's been here less.
Yeah, he's taking a backseat.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Which is fine, but it might be one of those things where, like, later on, when you get down to, like, 2 or 3 people, he spends a lot more time there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because, like, last season, I'd say for the early parts, he was, like, here more. But then in the later ones, he was there, like, all the time.
Mhm.
So I feel like it might have that kind of thing. But honestly, like Jet and Ben and Chris and stuff are, like, doing great.
Chris
So
Lynch, big god.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Ben Bush is really fucking funny.
He's very funny.
Oh, yeah.
Like at one point he pulled Jimmy aside and he was like, "So I heard that you've had sex with 27 people, and that's 25 more than I have. So I was thinking I would start copying your mannerisms." But like they're doing good. But I feel like Gold Striker might show up more
Hopefully.
later on. But even with his absence, it's still been very good this season, I would say.
Yeah.
Gang.
Do you have any predictions for the attic?
Maybe an entity thing.
Maybe.
Maybe you get locked in the attic as punishment. I don't know. It's a mystery.
I don't know. Could be anything.
Do you have any issues with the house? I think it looks great too.
I mean, just
It's like the 70s
Oh yeah, the
decor.
vibe is great. The only problem is that fish tank is just so noisy. I'm always in like bedroom 3, like cranked when people are whispering at night. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
are you
Brian's
saying?
fucking whispering is an issue. I'm
It's
glad
a
they're
huge
docking him chips for that. It's fucking annoying. Trying to talk to his like girlfriend.
Yeah,
It's like,
one of his
dude,
girlfriends.
Shut up.
Shut up, dude.
Or talk louder. One of the two.
Yeah. God damn. No, I like that there's a bar. I like there's a bartender. Like, it seems like there's more characters in this. Like,
Yeah, like I like Chris Lynch comes in, he's the bartender, and it's like a little moment of peace for all of them.
yeah,
And they gather around and just be like, "Chris Lynch, you're so cool."
yeah,
He is cool, dude.
Yeah. And like Ben will come up and he'll kind of be like the firmer hand.
yeah.
But also when Cole was really melting down, Ben just took him aside so they could quote Tombstone together for like 20 minutes.
Guess he
Cole's
knew
a
he was
big-
his Huckleberry.
Yeah, Cole's a big Tombstone guy.
Damn, he stays winning, huh?
Great movie.
Cole stays winning.
Yeah.
Damn.
And yeah, I mean that's kind of where it's at. Let us know if you want more Fish Tank stuff.
Let us know your predictions. That's what the comment section is for.
Yeah,
Let us know your predictions on Chrome Boys Season 2 as well.
Yeah.
What
I've
do you
been
think?
chatting with both Blake and Antonio in the Instagram DMs about Fish Tank.
Hell yeah.
So if you want some one-on-one tank talk, you can get at me on Instagram, xChromeBoysX.
And if you guys want to mail us knives to review.
Yeah.
Or Latino
Latinos,
people.
Yeah.
or Latino people, if you want to send a photo picture of them for us to review, we'll review them. And
We'll see how this one does. Maybe we'll definitely do like a wrap up.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll do more in between. I'm
Mid-season.
not opposed to another mid-season catch up.
mm-hmm.
We'll see. I mean, if King Cobra gets invited on, you're going to have to do another one. Because
Yeah.
I'm going to lose my mind.
just try to talk for an hour without bringing it up.
I mean, I'm probably going to be bringing up Fish Tank in all the normal episodes because I'm watching it 16 hours a day. But yeah, we'll definitely have a season wrap up,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe if you guys are really good, a mid-season one.
Yeah, if you guys behave.
Yeah, Chrome Boys episode 100 should be out around New Year's.
Let me tell
Give or
you,
take a day.
some shit's going to be different after that. I'll tell you what.
And then we're on season 2.
Chrome Boys episode 100 is coming out, and then we're going to be different guys.
Yeah, we're gonna be different, better guys.
Because we're planning something. We're planning something big.
Yeah,
Let's just say it's
diabolical.
evil big.
Yeah.
We're talking Jewish level big.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Synagogue of Satan big.
we're talking hate crime big.
Yeah.
If you guys like this episode, follow me on my podcast, the Brandon Peters podcast.
Shout out, he is gang. Listen to the Brandon Peters show. Leave niche fish tank related comments on his post.
Yeah,
Yeah.
squirt.
Squirt, squirt.
Yeah.
Yep. There
right.
it is.
Players. Skra.